Hello all, my name is Stacy and I am the artist behind Studio Stacy, which means you can find me in my studio most days painting with wax and a torch. I also have a passion for nature and enjoy living a simple life here in beautiful West Virginia with my husband Matt. I've recently fallen in love with knitting and crocheting, which is what this video is all about. So if any of this sounds like your cup of tea, consider subscribing. Thank you for being here and I hope you enjoy today's video. Hi all, welcome to March and welcome to another project vlog. I thought before I jumped into this vlog and showed you the project, or share with you the projects that I'm going to work on this month, I would kind of wrap up February and show you where I'm at with those projects. I did actually manage to finish the February Valentine's Day socks in February on the February 27th. So just barely in February, but they are done and complete. I'm washing and blocking them now as we speak. And I'm really happy with how they came out. All right, and here is the Revelation blanket. As you can see, it no longer really lays flat on the island anymore. It is definitely growing. I managed to finish this blue round, which is round 92 and 93, I believe. And this is all the blue color yarn that I have left. So I barely made it, but I did make it, and so I'm very happy that I did. So next round is 94, and there's 98 rounds total, so I have 5 rounds left. I believe that's correct. So I'm guessing about 20 more hours in total approximately on this blanket, and it will be done. So I'm going to continue on, hoping to get those 5 rounds done this month. All right, so for this month's socks, I thought I would use this yarn. This is a yarn that I got about this time last year, a little bit later, but about this time last year from New Orleans, and I thought it very much was a Mardi Gras kind of St. Patrick's Day somewhat themed yarn. So going with this, and then I think I'll probably do the heels in just this Knit Picks stroll to have kind of a contrasting color, but I wanted to show you this.
What an exciting day. It's like we should celebrate Mardi Gras.
Yeah, we'll see if I have this set up right.
What this really tests, you grew up around Amish communities, and this is an Amish spinner thing, so you should be a natural. I mean, let's see it. Let's see how fast it spins out of control.
That's not the goal.
Oh yeah, look.
I might have it, like, maybe it needs to go on a different way. This seems to be pulling hard. Like,
try spinning this side. Take 2. As you can see, it's winding and it's spinning.
Oh, I'm stuck again.
Oh, Stacy, you were doing so good. What? Yeah, it just, I think because it naturally twists as they wind them, because yeah, you're on the inside now. All right, folks, help us out. What do you know about these? You can see, like, when the thread's on the inside, it gets caught. Now she's on a roll. Occasionally the yarn flips and goes back into the inside of the reel. So far we're doing pretty good, but it's fun to watch. Like a party.
All right, the yarn is now wound up for those socks, and I've decided to try a new sock pattern. I know I've maybe just barely perhaps perfected the vanilla sock, but if y'all know me, I get a little bored with the same old, so I thought, why not try something new? So I'm trying something new. Let me look at my computer here. It's the Craggy Shore sock, and it's by Emily Frank of the Blue Mouse. I wanted to make sure I got all that information correct. I believe it's a free pattern. I'm pretty sure I got it for free. But it's kind of more of a textured pattern, and so I thought, why not try it? Why not try it? I don't know where'd that come from. Why not try it out? And I also just learned the German twisted cast on. So, you know, new skills being learned over here. Who knows if I'll actually get this done this month, but it's the beginning of the month. I got all month. Time will tell. Hi y'all, it is March 8th, I believe, and I thought I would pick up the camera and show you where I'm at with my March sock, and then show you another new project that I've started. All right, here is the March sock. Got the heel on here and just working down the foot. This, I think I said earlier, it's a new pattern that I'm doing, and it's fun. It's kind of a textured pattern, something that I haven't done on the sock before. So yeah, fun little sock pattern, and this is where I'm at. I'm hoping to get still both socks done, a pair of socks done this month, which I should, in theory, be in pretty good time to do. All right, and here is the other project, or the yarn for the other project here. And well, I didn't really need to start another project. I kind of needed to, I guess. So I've decided to cast on a scarf, and it's a free pattern. I'll try to remember to put the pattern somewhere in here because I can't remember the name of it. Yeah, I don't even want to guess. It's a very simple name, but I can't remember the name of it. And it's a very, very simple pattern, but I'm casting it on with yarn that I have on hand because I want to practice what they call continental knitting, which is when you hold the yarn in your left hand. I learned English style knitting where I hold the yarn in my right hand, and it's been working great. However, I'm getting some hand pain, and it could just be the amount of knitting that I'm doing. But I'm also hoping that, or I've heard also, that continental knitting is easier on your hand, less hand and wrist twisting and movement. And it's supposed to be faster once you get the hang of it. I'll flip the camera around and show you where I'm at, but I am not fast at it whatsoever. It took me a while to figure out exactly what I was doing. I don't know if I've mentioned this before, but I'm a bit dyslexic. Not a bit, I am. And so I am constantly getting things mixed up and switched around, and so it just takes me that much longer to figure stuff out. But I've got, I don't know, maybe an inch on this scarf done, and I think I might, hopefully, fingers crossed, finally have the hang of it. And you may be wondering why I just didn't practice continental stitch knitting on what I'm already working on. And the problem is, I'm afraid if I switch to this style of knitting in the middle of a project, my gauge is going to be off. And like I said, I'm very, very new at this, and I just wanted something to practice on without messing up. Like that sock, for instance, I'm pretty far along on it, and I didn't want to mess it up. So I just decided to cast on another project. Which, by the way, most likely means that the Tulsa tee I was working on is going to be put on hold. I'm actually thinking of ripping it all the way back to the beginning and knitting it continental style. I'm hoping by the end of this scarf, I'll have this kind of rhythm down and knowing how to hold the yarn much better than what I have been holding it, or, you know, the stitches will come out more evenly. So yeah, I might be ripping that broad project completely back. But again, it's all practice and process, right? And without doing all of this, you know, I might not ever improve. So that's the way I'm looking at it. Not that it's a waste of time or on the time that I've already spent on this Tulsa tee, just that it was practice, and so is this.
Scary shadows. What is going on out there? What's going on out there? Oh, here comes the brightness. It's Stacy knitting in the dark. Fun in the power outage. She'll knit anywhere, folks. She'll knit anywhere. Power outage, no problem. You're a bright spot at dark times.
Good afternoon, all. It is March 17th. Happy St. Paddy's Day, by the way, to any of you Irish folks out there. Or really anybody that likes to drink green beer and eat corned beef. Anyways, I had every intention of picking up the camera and showing you the progress of these projects yesterday, except we lost power. And don't worry though, I was still able to get some knitting in. It just maybe wasn't very good lighting per se to show you these projects. So let me show you them now. And if you hear that whirling in the background, I had the fire going, and this could be one of the very last days for an indoor fire. It's about 40 out there today, so it's chilly, not freezing, but chilly. So I just thought, why not have a fire, kind of take the edge off of the chill off of the air. And tomorrow, crazily enough, it's supposed to be 70, and then the following day, 81, which is really hard to believe because it's chilly out there now. But at any rate, let me flip the camera around and show you these projects. All right, this is the Mistake Rib, I believe that's what you call it, scarf. And I'm on to the second color, so that's good. Got the first color done, on to the second one. The second one I have more yarn than I did on the first one, but this is where I'm practicing holding the yarn in my left hand. And so it's a slow go, and I think you can tell probably, yeah, like here, I made a couple oopsies, which I'm ignoring. A couple oopsies up here in this lighter color, which again, I'm ignoring. It's practice, but it's a really fun stitch, super easy pattern. And it has, like, if you could squish this, it just has so much like squish factor, the stitch does. So yeah, I'm really enjoying doing it. It's taking me a while because, you know, it's a practice, something I haven't done before, holding the yarn in my left hand, but hopefully in the long run it'll be faster for me to knit and a little bit less tension or whatever on my hands. Here's where I am with these socks. I have sock number 1 done, and I don't know if I said before, but this has been a really fun different stitch pattern too, and you could tell I have lots of ends to weave in, so I don't know if you can completely consider sock number 1 done, but I am for now. And here's where I'm at on sock number 2. I've got the cuff done and I'm working on the leg. I think I have 2 more repeats maybe to go in this stitch pattern, but it's getting there. And then this is the last project I'm going to show you, the project that I'm most excited about. I am on the very last round of this, and I'm hoping to get it done tonight. This is the blanket. It's getting big, it's getting wonderfully, it's so squishy and soft, and I'm still loving working on it. But like I said, since the weather is warming up, I would like to have it done because it does cover up pretty much all of me as I'm working on it. But yeah, I'm hoping, fingers crossed, I can get it done tonight. We'll see. So there you have it, halfway-ish through the month, more than halfway, I think, technically, through the month, and that's where I'm at with the projects. Again, I have not touched that tee at all, and I think I had already said I'm putting that kind of on hold this month, hoping to get more done on this scarf, so we'll see how it goes. But anyways, I need to stop and make dinner. I'm doing a corned beef, which is already going in the crock pot for St. Patty's Day, but I need to chop up some cabbage and get that going, and I'm attempting to make a bread pudding, so we'll see. So anyways, I'm going to work on that and then hopefully get to working on this blanket later on this evening. All right, all, guess what? Guess what? This is the last stitch. Alright all, it is April 1st, and before I move on into April's project vlog, I thought I would kind of wrap up March here. And I did finish the blanket, which you saw me make the last stitch. I was actually able to get all of the ends woven in, and luckily I kind of did that as I went along, so there wasn't too many left to weave in. But the blanket is done. I'm looking over there because it's sitting over there, and I am really, really happy with how it came out. I know I think I said it multiple times while working on it and throughout some videos here, but it's a lot of fun. It was like all the blankets that she has designed are a lot of fun. I'll try to make sure to link that down there below. I think it's Helen Shrimpton, I believe, and it's the Revelation blanket is this particular one, but I've made a couple of them. This is my second one actually, but lots of fun. She's got videos to go with it, and yeah, well worth working on, well worth the several, I think it almost took me 1.5 years. I don't exactly remember when I started it, but at any rate, it is done and I'm really happy with it. I also managed to finish the knitted craggy socks. I think that's what they're called. Those are also done and complete, so we can check off the socks for March as done and complete. And I'll flip the camera around here and show you this mistake rib scarf. It's getting there, and I'm getting better. I'm getting faster at stitching, or knitting rather, with Continental with the yarn held in my left hand. So that was the whole point of it, but I'm happy that I'm kind of practicing it on this one before I maybe start the next project. All right, so I'm gonna let you go here for March's project vlog. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. Truly, truly does help me out. And stay tuned for April's coming up in about a month or so. Anyways, we'll see you on the next one. Thanks again, guys. Bye for now.